It would be easy to say that Arne Slot is just riding the coattails of Jürgen Klopp, and that is why Liverpool the top of the Premier League. But that actually does Slot a disservice, because there are subtle differences in this new Liverpool. So what are music they? When Arne Slot arrived at Liverpool, he drew comparisons between himself and Jürgen Klopp, but he was also keen to stress the differences. Maybe the only slight difference, he explained, is that after we win the ball, I like to go forward, just as Jürgen liked it, but I sometimes like it when players try to keep the ball and not play the difficult ball, where Jürgen maybe like the chaotic scenes in and around the penalty box. I think we're trying to find the balance between trying to create chaos at certain moments and trying to keep possession of the ball a bit longer in other moments. So the key word there is balance. Joining Liverpool, Slot had arrived a club just off the back of an intense season where they managed to stay in a title race until the very end, before falling away. Undoubtedly, the chaos that Klopp had introduced in his final season had given them an advantage on the field. But by the end of a grueling 58-game campaign, the intensity had started to tell, and the team began to fade. Slot realized that if he wanted to retain the good aspects of his predecessor's team, he would have to find a way to make it more sustainable. Since his arrival, his Liverpool are a lot more attentive to the idea of shifts in the speed of the game in tempo. There is now no longer the emphasis on immediate direct play that there was before. And although they can still launch devastating attacks at speed, if the moment isn't right, Slot prefers that his team hold on to the ball, pausing before attacking. And this use of tempo hasn't just improved Liverpool on the ball, it's improved them without it too. Not only are they better able to defend with the ball when they shift into lower tempo possession phases, they're also much better prepared to cover if they lose the ball in moments when they do choose to go direct. And the results are clear at this point, with Liverpool sitting at the top of the Premier League and Champions League tables at the time of writing. But it's easy to miss just how difficult it is to implement a completely different idea of tempo within a team. Although Slot has benefited from the fact that the tactical ideas necessary to his system have already been instilled in the team by Jürgen Klopp before him, the introduction of a new approach to timing changes how these pre-existing ideas are used. Now, Klopp's Liverpool were happy to lean into the chaos when they were attacking, playing difficult balls, but then using any ball losses to counter-press and counter-attack. In this sense, the chaos created the defensive weaknesses that they could then capitalize upon. But that chaos, by its nature, often created defensive weaknesses in Liverpool as well. Slot, on the other hand, prefers to generate defensive weaknesses in his opponent's structure before attacking, holding the ball patiently across the back line, before quickly shifting tempo when the moment is right. In this way, Liverpool are now limiting their attacks to the moments when they're more likely to succeed, meaning that they're less likely to suffer unintended consequences. But this does add a layer of complexity into the coaching process. Not only do the players need to understand the principles of how to possess and progress the ball, they also need to be able to read when to trigger their tempo shifts, which is not an easy thing for a coach to implement, but it is something that Slot has managed, and in a very short space of time. And beyond this, Slot's in-game management has also been impressive, with the Liverpool manager making key adjustments in the course of games that have either fixed problems or created advantages for his team. This sort of openness to evolving his ideas places him squarely in the lineage of other managers who've enjoyed success in the league, and suggests that Slot could help turn this Liverpool side from a very good one into one of the great sides in recent years. And of course, more broadly, both Manchester City and Arsenal faltering at the outset has changed the landscape of the Premier League this season. The requirements for a team to be considered in a title challenge have lowered considerably, But that does not mean to say that what Slot has achieved in a short space of time at Liverpool is somehow less impressive if they should find themselves at the top of the table by the end of the 2425th season. Liverpool and Arne Slot will be worthy winners